Hey, welcome to the channel. So today I'm going to be working on this 2015 Chevy Cruze, and we're going to be changing the clutch on it. So it's pretty much totally pooched, it doesn't even move. So on these ones you can drop the whole engine and tranny, and hey Siri, what are you doing? The engine and tranny out the bottom there, and all in one piece in the cradle. So that's probably where we're going to do it. I don't know if you have a hoist or not, but if you have a hoist it makes it way easier. I'm sure you could probably drop it out on jack stands if you have it high enough up. But it just makes life a lot easier and to work on, because you have to split the case here in the middle. But there's actually not too much to disconnect. It looks intimidating, but it's really not that bad to take it all apart and drop this out. So we'll kind of go step by step here, and I'll show you how exactly to change this clutch. I've actually never done a clutch on a Chevy Cruze, but we'll figure it out. Go on the way. So I'm going to start by pull this intake off. The battery box out and the fuse block out, I guess, for now. And then next up we'll undo the AC and the coolant hoses and some of these boost lines. I think on these ones the radiator and the condenser and all that stuff drops out with the motor, but I'm not really sure. So I guess we'll find out.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Alright, so I think I got pretty much everything disconnected here. I took the fuse block out and I did the motor mounts, and then these the shifter cables just pop off here, and then I'm not really sure how to take them off down here yet, but I'm gonna lower it down a little bit and get a better look at it. And then the engine mount on this side's undone. Also you do your AC and the fuel lines and everything at the back here. But then on my AC line here, look at this, it's just so corroded. I couldn't get that one apart, so I really don't want to break it, so I'm just going to leave it, and it'll be kind of out of the way, and I'll just hang it up on the side there. Because I think the intercooler and the radiator drop down with the cradle there, so. But I think we're pretty much loose, and I think I can lift it up and then start dropping it down from the top. And then I'm just going to put the pallets underneath it and set it on the pallet jack there to be able to kind of, and then that way I can lift it up with the pallet jack and move it around. Then once I get it out, I can just wheel it out of the way, and should be good. So yeah, just a couple little things undo still, but pretty close. And then yeah, like the cylinder line, or the line for the clutch, you just unplug it here, but it was just, I unplugged it and it was leaking really good. So once I get it just about ready, I'll just unhook that last there. So but anyways, I'm gonna lift it up a little bit and I'll stick the pallet jack under there, and I can start undoing the bottom bolts. Okay, and so my exhaust bolts were so rusted, I actually just took the plasma and just knocked the heads off, and I'll just stick a new bolt in there because they were it was so bad. But I think I just need to undo this back cross member here, and then these 4 bolts that hold the cradle. I think that's all that's on the bottom that's left. I think the back, this part of the exhaust just comes down with it, I think. And then for the brakes, I just undid the caliper and just hang the caliper here, because then you can leave this. You don't have to hook the lines or anything. You don't have to bleed your brakes after, so that'll be easy enough. And then on the very top of here, the strut, all that's holding this on is just one nut right on the top here. You can see, you just take that one nut off, and then that's loose there. So, oh yeah, right. So I almost forgot. Just on the inside here, all you have to undo is the steering shaft, and it's just an 11 mil bolt, and it's pretty easy to undo. Undo this, and then it should just pop off there, I think. Yeah, it just pops off there like that. And then this is all free. I think that's the only thing that's hooked up to the cab. And then I usually put the seatbelt through here, so you don't wreck your clock spring if you somehow spin this wheel too much. Alrighty, so I'm ready to drop the 4 bolts in the bottom here, and I already undid the back here, so the back's dropped down and everything looks pretty good. Like it should be clear, and then I can drop the front down here, and I might have to do the jack a little bit, but let's see if I can get to it either. Alrighty, so we're down here a little bit, and everything looks pretty good. Just gotta make sure nothing's catching. Yeah, so the only thing I have to do is just see 2 shifter lines, but I can kind of see it better now, but I don't know how the heck to get these off without breaking them. Should I just squeeze them or what? Maybe actually I might have to squeeze these and then just like push up there with a little plastic cover maybe. I just don't want to snap it. It just seems kind of weird, but maybe that's how you do it. Side seems all good. Yeah, I think I'll just go down a little bit with this. Alright, so I'm gonna just try to get these undone, and then I can undo the clutch cable here, or the clutch hydraulic line right here. Then I think I should be pretty much free. Alright, so the cab off here, and it came off pretty easy. I don't know, it wasn't too much. I ended up just taking this bracket right off here for the shifter cables there. That was the easiest, just right here. And yeah, I don't know how to get them clips off exactly, but anyways, yeah, I think that's everything for that. So I'll wheel this thing out of the way here, and we can maybe check out how exactly I got to split this apart. I don't know if I got to take the tranny off the side or take the motor right out. I don't really know yet. Alright, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna have to split the motor, or just take the motor right out. That'd be easier than trying to take the tranny out. And then yeah, actually I might change the starter while I've got this all apart, because it kind of looks like it would suck to change when it was in there. And it's kind of been like screwing up every once in a while. It kind of does the thing where it doesn't catch, it just goes ring, and it doesn't do anything. So probably should just change it while I have this all apart. And I have some other leaky stuff on this front here. There's something leaking. It was kind of dripping on the exhaust. You could smell it in the cab, and it was not very nice. So I might as well try to fix that while I have it apart here too. But I'm not too sure where it's leaking from, unless it's leaking from the... Oh, actually, you know what? Right there. Maybe it's leaking right there. I don't know. Anyways, we'll pull the motor out, or get the motor out of here, and put it in the air, and yeah, have a better look at it anyways. But that's gonna be a job for tomorrow, because it's already like just about midnight. So catch you tomorrow, and we will, I don't know, pull that motor out and see what the heck the clutch looks like. It's probably pretty fried. So, but yeah, so catch you in the morning. Alrighty, so it's the next day here, and I'm gonna continue working on this thing. So I'm gonna pull this whole rad support, or not rad support, the radiator and the intercooler off here. So we just pretty much disconnect these 4 lines. So there's just your 2 radiator lines, the coolant hose line, and there's just 2 on this side. I'm pretty sure it should be free. And I guess I gotta undo this one wire Christmas tree here, and then it should just come right off, and then we should have better access to the front of the motor there. And I think I had to undo the exhaust because I didn't take it off before, which I should have when it was up in the air, I guess. And then I can just drop it down for now, and then I'll probably just pull I just pulled these drive shafts out, or these axles out, and I think I'm going to take the whole motor and tranny out in one piece and just set it on the floor there, and then it'll be easier to split in half, I think, right there, instead of trying to fight with it in here. So I think just lift it right here, and probably just off these mounts for now until I get it out. Alright, so I think I'm gonna have to lift it up here. I was trying to unhook the exhaust, but I don't think I'm gonna have to unhook it down on this little, I should have done it when I had it up on the hoist down there, right underneath there. But I think if I lift the motor up a little bit, I can probably unhook that, or maybe even somehow sneak this back part of the exhaust out here underneath. But anyways, I'm just gonna undo these 2 engine mount bolts, and I think that's all that's really holding it in there. Just one there, one right here, And then I'll just lift it up with the skid steer and kind of see where I'm gonna probably have to undo that bottom of that exhaust. I don't think I can get that other part out, but because we'll see once I lift it up here. All right, so I was able to get the exhaust off, and actually the bolts came right out of there. So I thought they would have maybe just snapped off, but so I think I'm pretty much clear now, and I'm just gonna go set it on the floor over there, and then we can unbolt the, or I'll lift it up and maybe unbolt the bottom of the transmission, and then set it down, and then unbolt the top part, and then split it into two. I think I'll probably set it down, and then I can maybe move the chain over to this hook, so it's just holding the engine up. That's probably what I'll do, I think. Alrighty, so I think I just need to undo a couple wires here and pull the starter off. I'm not even sure if I need to take the starter off, but these wires need to be unhooked. I think just the one on the alternator and the starter here. And then just some few bolts around here. And I think it should just, I'm pretty sure they just come apart. I'm not too sure, but I think that's all it is for wires. Yeah, there's one. Unplug this here. That stays on. This mount, yeah, it doesn't look too bad. So I'm just gonna pull all these bolts out, or pull all the bottom bolts out, and then maybe set it on the ground, and then take the rest out and see if I can pop this thing in two anyways. Alrighty, so we're all apart here, and actually slid apart pretty easy. So I'm gonna pull this clutch off here. I think it's just these little Torx, inverted Torx, and then I never did get a new little cylinder here, but I probably should change this while I'm in here. So I'll maybe call the dealership and hopefully they have one or can get one. Cause I should, well, be pretty easy to change right now, and it's really gonna suck if this thing screws up and then I gotta take this all apart again just to change that. But so I guess I'll try taking these screws out and see if this pops off here. Oh, this thing is just fried. Yep, there is no clutch left. Wow, look at this. This is so cooked. So hopefully I didn't wreck this. It looks okay still, but let's go grab the new one and see what it looks like, I guess. So actually I just went with the GM clutch and backing plate. It was actually pretty cheap. It was cheaper to do this than to buy the kit. It didn't get the slave cylinder or the flywheel, but I think this flywheel, I think you're supposed to get a machine or something, but I don't know, I'm just gonna send it. I think it'll be all right for now anyways. It's not too bad. It's a little bit, but just mostly from being like, look how bad that it's pretty much just metal. So that's obviously why I didn't move at all. So, but I think I'm just gonna throw the new one on here and the old one. It's the same. Yeah, it looks the same. So this must be the original one, and then I just got the same GM one. So, but yeah, we'll just throw that in. I don't have a alignment tool, so I guess I'll just have to try to center it best I can and tighten it down. I think they're like, the little bolts are like 20 foot-pounds or something. Alrighty, I think I got it all back together here, and most of the wires hooked up, so I think we're ready to just stick this back in here, and it can just go back in the cradle. I think that's all ready to go here. The only thing I have to look out for is this CV shaft, which I might tie up kind of out of the way a little bit, but besides that, I think I should be ready to set in, especially since there's no exhaust on here now. Should be pretty easy to put back in. Alrighty, so I got the engine all back in the cradle here, and I got pretty much everything hooked up. I just threw the radiator and the intercooler back in here, and I still got to put the condenser in, but I'm gonna have to get a little bit closer because obviously that one wouldn't have come apart, right? So, but I think I can slide it back in here and start setting it down. So I just popped the CV axles back in, and bolts or the mounts are tight, and everything else. So I think we're good to go. I'm pretty sure I got everything, and start going back down. Alrighty, so I'm getting pretty close here. I got all the engine mounts and everything hooked up here, and a little bit of wiring to do, but I just want to bleed the clutch out here first. So I just got this little air bleeder. It's for bleeding brakes. I mean, same thing, right? So just hooked on here, and then I turn this on, and you can see the fluid's already coming up, and I'm going through it. I'll make sure we keep this topped up here too, and get all the air out of the system anyways, and then I'll go try the pedal here once I kind of run some through it. So here's first start. Yeah, ready? Rev it up. Alright, so I put the exhaust back on underneath there, and the shrouds, and threw the wheels on and everything. So I'm pretty much ready to. And I had a couple, we fired it up already, but I had a couple wires that were unplugged here. So hopefully it should run better now. And the clutch does feel pretty good, so, but. Okay, so I can put it in gear, no problem. It doesn't want to go ahead, so it's good. And it sounds pretty good there. So I'm just gonna throw the bumper cover on, and then we can take it for a test drive. Alrighty, so I got it all finished up here and on the first drive, and drives and shifts pretty good. So I only had to bleed the clutch out one time, and I just stuck on it with that little with that brake bleeder there. So it worked pretty good, darn good, I guess. So, and then for the front bumper cover, I had a new bumper cover, but it didn't fit. It wasn't the right one, and the fog light holes are wrong. But this one is so. I had to put a couple screws in here just to kind of make it hold up for now. So. Gonna get me I'm gonna call the body shop, and they're gonna get me a different one because this one's pretty messed up. I also have a new fender for it. That was because of the tandem, ran into that. But besides that, it's actually not a bad little car, and now it runs and drives for a $300 fix. I mean, it was pretty much worth nothing if I didn't fix the rates. So $300 in parts, Canadian, and it's all fixed up. So take it for a little drive here, and shifts pretty good. It's no Corvette or Camaro, but super cheap to bomb around anyways. So this one's got 173,000 K on it. Yeah, it shifts awesome now. So, but yeah, that was a pretty easy fix for 300 bucks. And I mean, you could change all the gaskets and seals and do a whole bunch of other work, but I kind of just slapped it all back together, and didn't really seem like it was leaking too much anywhere. So should be good for a while now, I guess. Hope it doesn't break down again, and just keep bombing around it for now. So, but if this helped you out fixing your clutch and your Chevy Cruze there, hit that like and subscribe, and tune in for the next one. It's definitely easier if you have a hoist, but you know, it's probably manageable to do on the ground. It's definitely easier than trying to pull the motor out right into the car, so I would kind of recommend it if you could. You can even put it up on 4 jack stands and kind of drop the motor at the bottom that way. So it's all possible. Just depends how much you want to do it, and save yourself some labor for taking it to the shop there. So, but anyways, thanks for watching. That's gonna be a wrap for this video, and tune in for the next one. Peace.